gals, non-binary pals. I forgot to pull myself away so you can see everybody. Welcome to the interview, the hybrid interview game show where yes, you watching this out there, wherever you are, you can win prizes in just a little while. If you were paying attention at the very beginning, you saw my guest, but it is my pleasure and my honor to introduce Our Family Plays Games. How are you doing?
Hey! Woo! Yeah.
Welcome, Mick Starla. Thank you so much for taking the time to come out and do this. I can't tell you still.
Yeah, happy to be here. Happy to be here. Yeah.
Awesome. Just so everybody out there knows, there's a little bit of a delay between when I can hear things, so it's going to be a little hinky. Don't let that get you out there if you're paying attention. I'm just letting you know, so every once in a while, I might say something that may take a second to respond. I might hear something. It might take me a second to respond. So just, get used to it. We do nothing perfect here.
Have fun with it. Have fun with it.
Indeed. Yeah. For those of you out there that want to play, first of all, if you're in the chat, say hey. We'd love to hear from you. I'm going to do one thing before we get into the actual interview portion of everything. Let me pull away and show you how you can win prizes. Tonight's game is sponsored by the fine folks at Top Shelf Fun, our prize tonight. Now, I did this specifically because of your logo. I held the yellow cube. So tonight's prize, the top prize, is the yellow cube from Top Shelf Fun.
Yes.
I always want to say Top Shelf Games, and it's not. They don't do games. They do fun. Top Shelf Fun providing the cube for tonight's game. If you want to jump in on any device. Say it again.
I said it's all about fun. That's all it is. It's all about fun.
Absolutely. So if you're out there, if you want to jump in, if you want to play the game, take any device that you have that has a browser, go to crowd.live, put in the code 3BPED. It's a mouthful. Down in the bottom left corner, you're also going to see that scan code. If you are a QR code kind of person, scan that code. I'm not at all a QR code kind of person. But if you are, gosh darn it, it's provided right down there at the bottom of the screen. Once again, to get in, crowd.live, 3BPED. Right now, I see one person in the game. We'll get back to that in just a second. Don't worry, we're going to remind you a few times before this is over. The same way we're going to remind you it's sponsored by Top Shelf Fun. Your grand prize tonight is Yellow Cube. So let's jump back. Let's start talking. Because
all right.
Goodness. You find folks have probably gotten the biggest get anybody in all of what we're going to call board game journalism, but I don't know if that's really fair to say. You were on Good Morning America.
Yes, we were. Yeah.
Oh my! How does that happen?
We don't know. We don't know. Let me tell you. Doing our thing, we thought the dice tower was big when we got on that. We were like, we're on the dice tower. Then all of a sudden we got, Starla was out and about, and she said, Mick, you need to sit down. And I said, what you mean sit down? She said, Mick said, oh Lord, I'm in trouble. I said, I'm in trouble. What did I do, Lord? And then she said, no, sit down. I said, all right, I'll sit down. She said, we just got an email from Good Morning America. Now I lost 10 minutes of my life at that point. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened in 10 minutes of my life. but they contacted us and said, hey, we like your style. We like what you guys are doing. And we want to put you on Good Morning America. I was like, oh my Lord. So that's how it was,
We have no idea how they found us. They sent us an email and the rest is history.
Yeah. And we just chatted with the producers and the directors for about 2 weeks. And then they put us on. And because at first we were supposed to be on the weekend.
Before
we were going to be on the weekend.
Yeah, they moved us.
And then all of a sudden they said, no. They said the weekday crew wants you on the weekday. And we're like, really? So they said we want you to be with the real week crew. So we got Michael Strahan, and there you go.
Yeah.
Nice. I'm so jealous, mostly because Michael Strahan, I'm not much of a sports fan, but Michael Strahan hosted Pyramid, and I'm very jealous of that because you got to hang out with the host of Pyramid.
Well, that's the one thing the producer said, they picked Michael Strahan to do it because he does do games and he did the game show stuff. and I think he was just on Tell the Truth.
To tell the truth.
Tell the Truth with
Nice.
the Blackish. Yeah, so he was on
Anderson.
Anderson, right?
Anthony
Anderson.
Anthony Anderson. Yeah.
He was on with him, so Michael Strahan would probably love doing this. So we're gonna give them to you, and hey,
Yeah,
there
it was
we go.
great.
Yeah.
That is super awesome. We have one comment that's come in, so I'm going to put up on the screen from Jordan, just saying,
Okay.
Hey.
Hey,
Hey, Jordan.
that's family right there. That's
That's
family.
right.
That's family. Yeah.
As a quick note
Give
to all
on
of you that are
kiss
out there,
for-
Give on a kiss, and all the rest of the kids,
babies, yeah.
all the babies, give them kisses now. That's our family, our nieces and nephews.
as a note to everybody out there, if you're in the chat, if you have questions, feel free to ask them. Right now, we literally just did like 3 minutes of talking before this started, and that's what we're basing everything on. So if you have a question out there that you have really wanted to ask, this is your time. I don't mind just literally putting it on the screen and asking it for you. But what I'm super curious about, at least personally, is like, how did you get into games? So, seeing the stuff that you do, a lot of your stuff is directed at figuring out how we get more people into the hobby. Because, and it's going to be a very crass way to say it, a lot of people in the hobby look like me, and less percentage, less people just should. So how did you find yourself getting into this?
Well, I mean, we've always played games. So even as children, we always played board games. So we played the same games that everybody else played, the Monopoly and the Sorry and Life and, Connect Four, etc. And when we got married, we knew we liked playing games. So after we had our son, we started teaching him board games. And we're like, we're teaching him the same games that we played 30 plus years ago.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, there's got to be something else out there, because I had my original Life copy and my original Monopoly copy that we're showing to our son. So it's like, there's got to be something else. So Mick got online and started looking for games, and we take it from there, babe.
And then, I was looking at BGG and other things, and I found these two games that I was interested in. That was the Mighty Catan, and I saw Forbidden Island. I said, well, I'm going to go Forbidden Island because that's cheaper than Catan because my wife might kick my butt. So let me go ahead and get Forbidden Island. Well, I found out real quick, Starla don't do no co-op. She don't do no co-op. No. So that went away. And then when I got Catan, she said, what do we do with Catan? I said, we compete against each other to build up our little settlement. Yeah, I can do that. I can do that. I can compete. So that, that's what started us off. We started playing a little while. Then I signed on to BGG and went on from there. And I record every game we played and put all our whole collection is now on BGG. So, we just do all that and we're just having fun. That was what 8 years ago. So over 8. Yeah, so we just been playing games. That's it. Yeah.
So then, what got you into deciding to do board game media? Because I mean, like that's a heck of a stretch. Like, and don't get me wrong, you're talking to a person
that's a heck of a
made that stretch. Like I was person that kind of liked games, and then became person that talked into a microphone, and now thanks to the pandemic, I'm a person that talks into the camera about them. So like, what that sort of transition?
Well, we started a Facebook page, so we were doing social media for a couple of years prior to starting the YouTube channel. But the stretch is not that big because that's my background. I mean, I have a degree in media relations and communication, so that's what I do. I've worked in radio. I've actually worked in television, so it wasn't a hard stretch for me. Now, maybe for Mick, but talking in front of a camera, I've done it before. I got out of that industry and went into marketing, but during college and right after college, I worked in radio and television. So,
and we just the reason why we really did is because we didn't see anybody out there at the con on on the screen that looked like us, a family. You get the the one person here and the one person there, but where's a family? We didn't see a family.
Yeah,
and we were like, especially our African American family or a family of color.
Yeah.
So Starla kept saying, Mick, maybe do a video, and I'm like, you can do the video. I ain't doing no video. I'm not putting. I don't know how to do all that.
But that's how we started. I mean, the whole mission was for us to get more people involved that look like us, because we had been going to cons and been going to different game meetups, and we would go in there and be the only one. So we started our Facebook page and Instagram so we could show other people that there are families like us that's playing. So the stretch from that to the media part, that was not hard, because I'm like, we can do this. I've been in front of the camera. You're going to be fine. And now he's the big ham. He takes the show from me.
Yeah. And then, and Starla did, Starla told me, she said, Mick, look behind us. We have like a whole bunch of material to work with.
We've got the content.
We got the content.
Let's show people what we have.
The one thing we stress is that we bought this stuff and we play this stuff all the time. We don't run after the hotness too much. Yeah, I did run after it, and I still run after just a little now, but the little. But Starla said, come on, let's just play the games we love to play, and let's show the world what games to play as a family, and that's what we do.
That's what we do.
Yeah, that's what we do.
That's the voice. I recognize that's voice. That's the voice of having been playing games all your life. Is you did the thing where you chased the hotness for a while, and then you got the hotness, and you were like, this game's hot garbage. How about I start to turn down a little bit and stop chasing any of the brand new hot games? I think anybody, and I would guess if you're out there and you're watching, it is it was always brought to me as Eric Dewey over on Board Games called it sort of the Dewey collection life cycle. That when you first learn about these games, you buy every game left, right, and center. You're like, oh, it won a BG award. I'll take it. Give me 2 of them. Oh, it won the Spiel des Jahres. I'll take every Spiel des Jahres winner since 1979. And then you're like, oh, there's new hot games. And then you start to say like, oh, well, I don't care what you do. I'm never going to like Power Grid, no matter how hot it is.
Well, that's the one thing, like we discuss in like our Beyond Monopoly is trying to research with your family and see what they like. We don't have Power Grid in our collection. We don't have Pandemic in our collection because Star don't like, she doesn't like, co-ops, and that's the classic co-op, but it's not in our collection. Power Grid, we're not interested in it. So the one thing we know what we're in and what we're not interested in, and a lot of the big hotness and stuff is not in our collection. Some of the big hotness is in the collection, like Terraforming Mars. But anyway. But
I see Cell Phone Inc. behind you, so you're clearly a little bit into the hotness.
What is that?
I said I see Cell Phone Inc. behind you, so you're at least a little bit into the hotness.
Yeah, well, see, that's me because I got the Kickstarter. I had to do that.
Yeah.
And we also have Nevada City. That was sent to us by a publisher that I was interested in. Yeah. But a lot of
some of the hotness we have now, we don't have to chase it.
We don't have to chase it. It's coming to us.
It's coming to us.
But like Godspeed, that's my Kickstarter. So I get when I see a good game that I really want, I'm gonna get the Kickstarter. I'm gonna go crazy and do that. But it's just that. When I'm interested in something, I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna talk to her sometimes. Sometimes I'm gonna talk, but it's you got to find out what you really like and your family like, and we go for it. Like today I got the Marvel love letter. We love Marvel and we love love letter. So that was just I gotta go get it. I have to go get it. So I got it. But I talked to her and she said, "Oh yeah, get that. That's cool." So yeah.
But we just want people to understand that you don't have to get every game because we would go broke trying to buy every game.
Yeah.
But get those games that are going to make it to your table that your family will enjoy.
Yeah, because like with Gloomhaven, I love Gloomhaven, and she doesn't play it, but I want that, and I love the Gloomhaven series, so I got that self. So I had to do that. So I got everything Gloomhaven because that's what I enjoy. That even though I wish she would one day would do it, but she won't.
And I'll tell you, being a person that also doesn't like Gloomhaven, you're not missing anything. You'll be okay. I think you'll be fine. I did it because I wanted to say I did it so that I could have this conversation with other people like myself. No, you're cool. It's fine. Let me take a quick moment. Let me just show everybody the game screen again. Actually, I want all of us here. I didn't mean to take y'all out of this. If you're out there and you want to play, remember, in just a couple minutes, we're going to play the live game where you are going to predict. Now, I asked 10 questions. Did y'all answer them together? Did you discuss it so that they're answers you both agree with? Or are there going to be some from one of you and some from the other one of you?
No, we answered together, but there's
Okay.
a little bit of discrepancy in some of them. So, you know,
Okay.
we have to compromise.
we have to compromise.
So if you're out there and you think you can predict the answers to 50-50 questions, you have a chance to win tonight's grand prize provided by Top Shelf Fun. It is a yellow cube because I knew who I was talking to. It is a fun cube. It comes with all kinds of stuff. You're going to win it if you're tonight's top prize winner. If you want to play, you watching this out there, go to crowd.live, put in the code 3BPED. 3BPED is how you get into tonight's game. For your chance to win, Cube. Once again, I got to take care of the sponsors. Cube from our friends at Top Shelf Fun. So let me jump back. I want to talk for a couple more minutes because you brought up something I find really, really interesting, which is you talked about like going to conventions and kind of looking around and like that being, you know, I guess I'll say a tough environment, but that may be too strong. Because I found for me personally, when I first went to like small regional conventions, I found them very difficult. I couldn't like everybody seemed to be in a clique and they were playing their games. And unless you really wanted to be like an aggressive person, it was hard to get in them. So like, do you have any experiences from that? Is it way off because I'm on the East Coast and maybe we're a little rougher than you are in the Midwest? You know, like.
Well, you know, we've gone to different cons and we've not felt welcome to play. So one thing we do, we take some of our own games. So if we go somewhere and we don't feel that there's an opportunity for us to get involved with other people, then we'll just find a little space and we'll set up, you know, and play a game ourselves. But I mean, sometimes, you know, people are into games and I don't want to disturb them because I can be that way too. If I'm in a game and I'm playing my game, I don't want to be involved. I don't want to be disturbed. So we understand that. But when you're walking around and you're trying to find people to play with, because I know a lot of cons will have tables where they're looking for people to come play games, you know, and you'll see this table has already got 4 or 5 people. They need one more person, but you can tell this group is already a group of friends. So you're like, I don't know if I'm gonna get in this group because they already know each other, you know. So you get that at cons sometimes.
And you already know they're looking at us kind of funny, like, Lord, where'd they come from?
Where they come from? Who are these people?
Yeah, so, what they doing here?
We get that at cons, but we've also got a lot of welcomes at cons too, and we made some good friends. So you're gonna get a little bit of both. You're gonna get both.
But the one thing I want to do is that we want to go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh no. I actually because of our delay, there was a delay. I was trying to say something, and then and I was like, oh, okay, cool. You have more points to make. So please, you are the guest. I'm so sorry. The delay is going to mess us up just a little bit, and I apologize if I come out as rude because I thought there was a gap and there wasn't.
Oh no, you're good. But you know, the one thing I was saying is that, you know, at some cons, you know, the thing we want to see a lot of people of color there, especially families. So that's why we did this, because you know, sometimes you get tired of the looks and the you know, the stares and like, what are you doing here? So I think if we brought people of color and just everybody to have fun at the table, I think it'd be so much better, and you know, everybody will feel comfortable. You know.
I absolutely agree. I'm lucky. Some of the conventions we have in our area are getting better and better about that, and they are the ones that I like going to. Washington is one that we have. It's out of Washington, D.C., and is just a beautiful, wonderful convention, and it's everything that I hope more, especially small conventions, become. Because I agree with you, and this is a tip. If you have any tips to give people, please, is exactly what you said. If you know you're going into an unfamiliar environment, bring a couple people with you and be prepared to make your own grade. Bring a couple games you like and be ready to play them, and hope that people see you. Because what I will say is, even the conventions, and I hope that your experiences are similar, even if it's, you know, let's say a little rocky the first time, by the second time when people see you again, they're like, oh, you were here last time. It's great to see you. And you're like, I don't know if I have the same memories you have, but I'm glad you're happy to see me. Let's be friends now.
Yeah. Well, you know, some the little local cons that we've gone to, with good people there, and sometimes, you know, it's kind of, you know, 50-50. So you know, you just try your best, and you just like you know, we said on our Beyond Monopoly, keep an open mind. First off, keep an open mind. Have some games with you, you know, and if they're unfriendly, get up on out of there, leave. You know, you can find somebody somewhere else to go. You know,
absolutely.
So that's what. That's the one thing. But just have an open mind. That's what we keep saying. Just have an open mind and do your research. Definitely. Do your research.
Oh, definitely. Well, I think it's about time. Let's jump into the game. Let's give some prizes away. I'm going to do this. Let me do one more time. Let me get this out there. If you're out there and you want to play, this is your last chance to get in for all the points. Although at any point we're playing, you can jump in. This is just your chance to get all of the points in the game. Go to any browser-based anything you have. A computer, an iPad, some other device, a phone. I would suggest a phone, quite frankly. And go to crowd.live, put in the code 3BPED. 3BPED is how you play. And once again, grand prize tonight for the fine folks Top Shelf Fun. It's Cube, everybody. And it is yellow Cube because I wanted to match your shirts. So I'm going to give everybody a chance to get in here. It looks like it's going to be, right now I'm looking at 4 folks. So that means if you're out there mathematically, you got a 25% chance to leave this game with Cube. So the odds are real good. So we're going to stay pretty much at this screen from this point forward. Okay. We are about to begin the game. Let me set up everything for that. Here we go. And let's start that timer. 10, 8, because it forgets 9 every week. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Question number 1. Strategy game or party game? Once again, brought to you by Cube. Strategy game or party game? So in just a moment, we'll bring that answer up. Thank you for waiting until we get to the end. Every once in a while, guests will start to blurt out the answer right now, and that just ruins the whole thing. Let's take a look. Peter Vaughn here saying, hey! A big hello to all of us. So let's take a look and see how everybody answered. It is 75-25 for strategy games. So I turn it to both of you. What's the answer?
They know us. They know us. They know us.
Yep. That's
they
it.
Know strategy games.
Strategy games. We always open the first ones up just to make sure your phones are working. We usually try to give you kind of an easy 1 or 2 to get some points on the board. Let's take a look at the leaderboard. Leading the pack, Alex B with 95 points. Jamie with 72, Chris with 9. Malika was the one to guess wrong, but don't worry, Malika. We still have 9 more questions left. There's a lot of the game remaining. I'm reminding you that if you're out there, if you want to play tonight's grand prize, go to crowd.live, enter the code 3BPED. We still have a whole ton happening. So let me jump into question number 2. Ticket to Ride or Catan? This was one I was super curious about. Ticket to Ride or Catan. Those are 2 games you suggest to every gamer that's thinking about getting into this hobby. As a room, they went 25%, 75% Catan. What is the correct answer?
Correct answer is Ticket to Ride.
Ticket to Ride this time.
Ticket to Ride.
I'm sorry, guys.
Why Ticket to Ride?
Well, we love Catan, but you can't throw the Catan on every table in front of every non-gamer or kind of sort of gamer. Yeah. Ticket to Ride, you can throw that on the table and everybody can play that thing.
Yeah, we love Catan. We love it.
We love it.
But we love it with our family and maybe friends because Catan can get a little rowdy.
Yes, it can. You can be fighting.
When it comes to, trading and all that. But with Ticket to Ride, it's a peaceful game. Yeah. We can take it anywhere. But yes, we love Catan, but to take it everywhere and share with people, we do Ticket to Ride.
Yeah.
Ticket to Ride, the answer going there. Let's take a look at the leaderboard. Leading the pack with 95, still Alex B. Amy K just jumped in the game and is in second place by 1 point. Jamie with 72, Chris S. with 9 points, Malika 0 for 2. But there's still a lot of game left, as you well know. Let's take a look at a couple things coming in over the chat. Strategy apparently didn't work. Brett's very unhappy about that. You can tell by the unhappy smiley face he sent over. And Amy Kaiser, hey, welcome. Thank you so much. And checking it out. So let's jump into question number 3. Let's keep going. Right. Question 3, golf or mini golf? That's it. Golf or mini golf. Full, honest to goodness, golf or mini golf. Tiny golf. It's like golf, but it's smaller and there's more windmills. Golf or mini golf, once again sponsored by our friends at Cube. Let's see how the room voted. Everyone has guessed mini golf. What's the answer?
You're correct. It's mini golf.
Yeah.
So
that was a
one
compromise
thing I always
question.
note on this show every week is that ahead of time you are handed 20 questions. So you get to pick the 10 that you that resonate with you in some way, shape, or form. So talk to me about this. Now, I agree with you, but I'm curious your feelings about mini golf.
Well, I loved playing golf long ago. Golf was my thing, and then I stopped and got more into board gaming. But I still love golf, and I want my family to play golf with me. So a good compromise is mini golf. Yes, mini golf, and we have one.
I'm not a golf fan, so it would always be mini golf. So we have to compromise.
Yeah,
he used to play golf all the time, and it was very expensive.
That's what I got out of it.
And it was only for him. At least in this hobby, when he spends money, we all get a chance to enjoy it.
Yes, that's right. We all get a chance to enjoy it, right, baby?
Except for your special games like Gloomhaven, Terraforming Mars, and stuff.
You got to get into it, though.
No.
Shoot. Oh, dang it.
Okay, I'm sorry.
That's all right.
There is nothing to apologize for after this screen, because I have a follow-up question because I'm real curious. I'm not a golf person myself, but when I meet a board gamer that is, what are your opinions on Top Golf?
Top Golf, I think it's really cool, but sometimes when I look at the videos of people going there for the first time and looking horrible trying to hit a ball, it's scary because I said one of these days somebody's going to get hurt because they're going to throw a club somewhere. A club is going to hit somebody one day. So Top Golf, nah.
I feel that way.
We have one not too far.
Say it again.
Yeah, we have a Top Golf not too far from us because they just built this brand new nice Top Golf in Omaha. And somebody asked me, Mick, you gonna go there? I'm like, nope, don't have time for it. Especially now I don't have time for it, but later no. But we have a mini place that we just discovered not too far from us, and we are definitely going there. We're definitely going there.
What's the theme of it? Because all mini golf places are obligated to have a theme.
It's windmills.
Nice. I like it. Let's take a look at the board real quick. Alex B leading with 191. Amy K with 181, 10 points off of the lead. Remember, top player tonight is going to take home Yellow Cube. It is Farming Cube. It comes with farming tools. Jamie in third place with 162. Peter V with 87. Malika on the board. Welcome to the game with 83. Brett, who I'm going to say it like this, Brett Double J with 75 points in the game. Alaric with 24. Chris S with 9 points. Still a lot of game left. We're only 3 questions in. We got a long way to go. We've also learned mixed feelings about Top Golf. Not a fan. It's how I feel about Cosmic Bowling. As a person that likes bowling, going to Cosmic Bowling upsets me. I completely understand. As we move into question number 4, beach or mountains? Beach or mountains? That's all we have. Let's take a look at some comments that have come in. Yeah. Malika noting that she's finally made it to the board. Welcome to the game.
Hey.
Brett said, well, I'm going to guess that Brett shares your feelings on Top Golf. That's what I'm guessing in that case. Beach or mountains was the question that we asked. Let's take a look and see how the room voted. This one, for the amount of people that we have in this game, this is as close as we can get without it being a 50-50. 38-63 with the mountains leading. So talk to us. What's the answer and why?
It's beach. Come on, y'all. Y'all don't like no beach?
We love the beach.
Love the beach. Caribbean. When we can get back to the Caribbean, let's go to the beach.
We're Texans, and we had the Gulf Coast.
Yeah, we had the Gulf Coast.
Even though our beaches were not beautiful.
They were beautiful.
No, they were not.
Galveston was nice.
We love to go.
I love Galveston.
And then we were on the Northwest, and our beaches there are cold. So.
Yeah. Okay. And we don't have no beaches in Nebraska. They're man-made, but there's no beaches in Nebraska.
We have lakes.
Yeah, we have lakes. Yeah, we have lakes. Yeah.
Let's take a look and see how that treats the group. Alex B leading with 284. Amy K at 181. The gap has widened. Jamie at 162. Peter tied at 162. This is a very hard game to tie in. I know the two of you can't see. I don't know if you played it all last week, but as time goes on, the score ticks down. So the faster you get in, it determines your point value. So it's very hard to tie in this game. Alarkin at 115, Malik at 83, Brett Double J at 75, Chris S at 9, and Anitra entering the game, I would guess, on this question. And with a comment, Beach is cleaning sand and algae out of everything.
We still like it, though. We still like it. We still like the beach.
And then just Mick and Starla are the best. Verified the same in person. From more to call.
Yeah.
So someone that knows you. I am excited for the time when we finally do something together. And I'm trying to remember because I don't follow all the affiliations because y'all got a lot going on. Are you still part of the Spiel? You're the Spiel and Dice Tower, right?
We are.
Yeah, we're still Spielers. We're still Spielers, yes.
Oh my word, that's like being for Coke and for Pepsi. Let's move on.
We spread our love around. We spread our love around.
As well you should. Question number 5, Hawaii or Alaska? I kind of feel like we got a taste of the answer on this one, but I'm not going to say anything. I put this in the game because there are mountains and beach in both Hawaii and Alaska. And when I hand you 20 questions, I'm always excited to see which kind of groups of questions people are going to like latch on to. And you went for a lot of the travel stuff. So let's see how the crowd answered. The crowd with everything and Hawaii is absolutely correct. Everybody gets some points on the board. Let's take a look. Alex B with 380, Amy K with 279, Jamie with 255, Peter V at 253, Alaric at 209, Malika and Brett Double J in the hundreds, Anitra and Roman Y just 1 point apart, 94, 93, Chris S at 9. I'm inclined to believe that Chris S is not answering anymore. But Chris, if you're out there, come back, man. Come back. We would love to see you.
You know what, Bruce, there's a crazy story about Hawaii and Alaska.
Oh now, my! Okay, well then, wait a minute. Let me do this. Let me be serious. Talk to me.
There's a crazy story about Hawaii and Alaska. I've been to Hawaii. Mick has not.
No.
Mick's been to Alaska. I have not.
Yeah.
So we chose Hawaii. That was a compromise, but like I told him, the beaches there are so gorgeous. So he wants to go. But when he was in Alaska, it was snow. So that did not intrigue me to go to Alaska.
Let me tell you, with Alaska, I went to a place. I went to Fairbanks, Alaska, and when I walked off in the airport, when I walked outside, I couldn't breathe. It was a -2, and I couldn't breathe. And I said, "Oh my Lord, what's going on?" And then I had a Native American next to me in shorts and a shirt, and he was laughing at me. He was laughing. I was like, "Oh my God, I can't breathe!" And he was like, "Oh, look at the stupid one." I'm like, "Yeah, I'm stupid." And then, then when I went to the hotel in Anchorage, there was a moose, one of those big old moose elks or whatever, sitting in the sitting right next to the hotel. And I said, "Wait a minute, is somebody gonna get that moose?" And then I went down to the front lobby and said, "Wait a minute, there's a moose out there in front of the hotel." They said, "Well, yeah, there's a moose, yeah." I said, "Yeah, is the police gonna get them?" They said, "The police is out there." I said, "What the police doing?" "Protecting the moose." I was like, "What? How you protecting the moose?" They said, "Well, nobody's supposed to mess with the moose because we don't mess with the moose or anything. They just do whatever they want to do." I'm like, "Nope, can't come back to Alaska." Nope.
So that's how Hawaii won out because when I went to Hawaii, it was gorgeous there. I loved it. So Hawaii.
they let moose run wild in Alaska. I love Alaska. We love y'all, but y'all gotta get the moose control. The moose control.
You're like, well, the problem is, sir, is the moose is the mayor. You can't, you can't mess with the mayor. He's been elected. You can't just go out there and mess with him.
No, he's good.
Well, I can't even imagine where we're going from here. Let's move into question number 6. Sunrise or sunset? Once again, that big sponsorship there for the fine folks at Cube. Top Shelf Fun. Cube, that's your big prize. That's what you're playing for. Sunrise or sunset? I have some guesses, but I'm curious to see what the crowd thinks. Exactly 50-50. They do not know what.
Right, but
so
that was a compromise.
That was a compromise.
The answer is sunset, but I still love sunrises. But we do more sunsets together. Than
yes, we do more sunsets.
I'm a morning person.
With my love, we do a lot of sunsets.
Yes.
Okay. I was gonna guess sunset only because when I see y'all doing things, it's usually at night. When I'm around, I have a few guests here. When I look and like when I see interactions, it's like 1:30 in the morning my time. A note from Peter Vaughn. He's happy about the answer. Sunsets are beautiful, as are sunrises. I'll defend sunrises. I'll come in. I rarely see them because, like, to me, normally 7 o'clock only exists in PM. There is not a 7 o'clock AM.
I know how you feel. I know it.
Yeah.
I know it.
Also, a little quick note from Anitra. I like sunsets, but sunrise feels more special because I can't catch it often. That I agree. That I absolutely agree with. Let's take a look at the board. Let's see how this goes. Yeah. Alex B leading with 463. Jamie with 349. Peter V with 340. Nipping at your heels, Jamie. Amy K, Malika, and Alaric in the 200s. Brett Double J in the 100s by himself. Still at 94-93 lock up between Nature and Roman Y. And Chris S, 9 points. I hope wherever you are, Chris, come back. We'd love to have you. So let's move on to question number 7 of tonight's game. Alien invasion or zombie uprising? We do kind of what I call character questions, where we ask about 1 or 2 characters. I thought this would be a fun one. Alien invasion or zombie uprising, neither of them are like orcs fighting a lion. So they're not going to be easy for you. Let's see how the crowd voted. 50-50 again. So which is it in total?
Well, we picked Alien Invasion because we think that out of 2020, the next thing that could come is probably an alien invasion. Because we're not going to have the zombies. The zombies will come later on in the year, but right now the next step is alien invasion, where we see a big alien ship come over New York, and we say, "Oh, there we go, there we go." We picked it, alien invasion. Here we go. Yeah.
So you figure alien invasion now, maybe January next year, some sort of biomed thing comes, then we get the zombies.
Yeah, then we get the zombies. Yes, we get the zombies next. Yeah.
Let's see how that affects the board. Alex B with 551. Peter V jumping up into second with 423. Jamie at 349. Amy K, Malika, and Alaric owning the 200s. Brett Double J and Anitra owning the 100s. Peep Dish is now in the close 90 fight with Roman Y at 96-93. Top player tonight, once again taking home Yellow Cube from our friends at Top Shelf Fun. Also,
yay!
For Corey. Let's take a look at question number 8. I believe this is the part of the game where we move to breakfast. Question number 8. Bacon or sausage? Bacon or sausage? Malika noting. Oh, wait a minute. Let's take a look. We actually got quite a few comments in on that last run. No COVID zombies, please.
No, we don't want
them. We don't want it to happen.
No.
Also, it sounds like Mick is playing Pandemic Bingo.
Yes, I am. Yes, I am. I'm waiting for those aliens bad. I'm waiting for them aliens.
Well, from what I understand, you're going to be the only one there playing Pandemic anything, so I get it. Let's take a look and see how the room went. As soon as that can come up. There we go. 80-20 bacon over sausage. What is the answer?
Bacon.
What? You gotta have some bacon.
It goes with everything.
Bacon is better.
Breakfast, burgers, everything.
Everything. Bacon. Gotta do that.
Baked potato.
Let's take a look. Let's see how that changed the scores. Alex B leading with 641. Peter V at 522. Amy K at 379. Malika at 356 in 4th place, a strong position. Jamie at 349. Alaric and Brett Double J owning the 200s. Peep Dish, Roman Y, and Anitra all in the 100 range. I don't want to say you're out of the game, but there are only 2 questions left, so I wish you the best. We're going to move on a little bit more breakfast. We're not done yet. Because you took all the breakfast questions, which I was happy to see. Here's your next one. French toast or waffles? French toast or waffles? As you notice there on the screen, sponsored by our friends at Cube. That's your prize tonight. French toast or waffles? This to me is a real tough fight. Let's see how the room answered. There are 9 people here, and it went 5-4, leading with waffles. So what is it and why?
Waffles.
They're versatile. They're breakfast. You can do chicken and waffles.
Woo! Chicken and waffles. Woo!
You can do for breakfast. You can do for lunch or dinner. They're versatile.
Yes. Chicken and waffles. Yeah.
So then I have to ask, do you make your own waffles? Do you have a waffle iron, or is that a thing that you only experience when you're out at a restaurant and in the world somewhere?
Only at a restaurant.
Only at a restaurant. I'm not going to ask her to do all that.
But when we do go to hotels, where you can have waffles and stuff, that's exactly what I do.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
I love them.
Very good.
But she got to do pancakes. She won't do no pancakes. Why you won't do no pancakes?
Wait a minute. I got to. No, we have to stop for a second.
I want some pancakes.
No, for real. Why will you not do pancakes?
Y'all. He talking to you.
I'm sorry.
No, for real. Why will you not do pancakes? Anyone who stands against pancakes, I just have questions for.
Yeah, I love pancakes, and I plan to do them. We just haven't found the time.
Okay. I thought
I'm
it was
still waiting
that
for
you
the
didn't like
pancakes.
them, and I was nervous.
Oh no, I love them.
No, she loves.
Okay. Awesome.
I'm gonna have to take it over and just do pancakes myself. I'm gonna have to just do pancakes myself.
Mm-hmm.
We got bacon. It's the answer to every question, and it should be. I missed this.
Right.
Yeah.
From the last question. Mordecall noting bacon's my candy.
Yes.
I'll warn you. You might want to balance your diet with a little bit of actual candy. Just helping you out. Peter gets you on the waffles, and Anitra noting waffles make excellent sandwiches. They do, although they're a tough.
Yes, that's true. You can do anything. Yeah.
But they're a very big bite. Let's take a look at how this sets the room up. That is, of course, how everyone voted. What does it do to the rankings? Alex B leading with 641, Peter V at 613, Amy K and Malika in the 400s. Malika from the bottom now, she's here. Jamie 349, Roman Alaric and Brett Double J in the 200s, Anitra and Peep Dish at 198 and 189 respectively. And Chris clearly has left the game. We've missed you. So headed into the final question of the game. This is your chance. The real fight's up at the top between Alex B and Peter V. One of you will be leaving with yellow Q. But for everybody else, thank you so much for coming out. But we're hardly done yet. Because you talked earlier about getting Marvel Love Letter. So let's finish this one. Yeah. Spider-Man or the Hulk? Spider-Man or the Hulk? Peter Parker or Bruce Banner? That's the finisher tonight.
Yes.
And we're down to 1. Let's see how the room voted. The room went 67-33, 2/3 to 1/3 for Spider-Man. What's the answer and why?
Spider-Man.
Yeah, we love him.
We love Spider-Man. Yeah, we love Spider-Man. The Hulk, all that Hulk smashing and eating up stuff, and then running away when people need Hulk.
Yeah,
we don't like all that.
Yeah,
we need Hulk to come back. So since he all kind of funny acting, we'll go with Spider-Man. We go Spider-Man.
Okay. So then I will ask: do you DC Comics at all?
Myself and Grant were in the DC a little bit. Starla's not. She's really just a Marvel fan.
I like Marvel movies.
Yeah,
I watch them over and over. Love them. Not a comic fan.
Me and Grant, we're kind of into the comics, so we know some of the villains and the heroes that Starla don't know. Because we said, "Oh man, this Marvel hero would come," and Starla said, "Well, was he in the movies?" "No, baby, he wasn't in the movies yet. He wasn't in the movies." And so she was like, "What about DC?" And we talk about DC and how it's like falling apart. DC's falling apart. But anyway, it's gonna get itself together.
It's gonna get better.
It's gonna get better. Yeah. And when the Snyder cut comes out for Justice League, it's gonna make us feel a whole lot better. I can't wait for that. And so we are really Marvel fans, but me and Grant, we kind of switch between the two. Yeah.
Okay, because I was going to ask the question you always ask here, which is Batman or Superman, because that's the easy one.
Batman. I'm Batman.
Yeah,
What about for you?
I don't know.
You don't know?
No.
See,
I'm on the fence.
Yeah, she's on the fence, huh?
Okay.
Oh, Batman.
Well, hopefully they'll put out some decent stuff that'll give you a chance to see enough to have an opinion.
Yeah.
I would
But
say I would point
they
toward
talk
the
about
cartoons. The cartoons was the best stuff that they've done.
Yeah.
Couple
Yeah.
of notes
Yeah.
here. Let's take a look
Yeah.
at these. My favorite superhero. Come on, Spidey, says Peter. And he just says always Batman. Always Batman. Well, let's take a look
Always
at the end of the
Batman.
game. Let's see how the scores went. Our winner was 711 points at the very end.
Peter V
Oh my
got
God, Peter V. Peter, congratulations,
my
Peter,
goodness.
on winning that.
Congratulations.
Fantastic work. Thank you so much to everybody out there playing. As a quick note, remember, we will be back tomorrow night with It's Quiz Time, which is a largely visual-based quiz where you can win prizes. We'll let you know a little bit about that. Once again, folks, thank you so much for coming out here. Peter, contact me on Twitter at BG The Game Show or however you can find me, and I'll get your address so we can get that to you. And let me jump over here. Mick Starla, thank you so much for taking the time to be a part of this.
We had
game
fun.
show.
We had so much fun. Oh,
It was
man.
great. Thank you.
Yes, we had fun.
And tell everybody, if they don't already know, tell them where they can find you and what you're working on and what they need to go see.
Go ahead.
Well, you can find us on Facebook, Our Family Plays Games, Instagram, Our Family Plays Games, Twitter, we're at @our_plays. Of course, you can get us on YouTube. You can get us on the Dice Tower. And tomorrow we'll be at UK.
Yeah, you can find a top 5 Cosmos games at the UK Expo Game Expo under the Cosmos banner.
Yeah.
We're doing that, so we're excited about that.
Yeah, that's this weekend.
Yeah, we're excited.
Very good. Very good. If you're looking for me, once again, I'll be here tomorrow night doing It's Quiz Time. And Saturday, I'll be a part of NunPub, the Unpublished Games Festival online. Take a look for that. I believe the thing I do is 12 noon on Saturday, so you can check that out. You can find Our Family Plays Games. I'll point the correct way over here, over like that. You can find Our Family Plays Games with Cosmos at the UK Games Expo. And all of you, thank you so much. Remember, if you like what I'm doing, like, subscribe, share, tell just every person you've ever met about it. I would certainly appreciate it. Thank you so much. Remember, between now and the next time I see you, go play something. And
go play something. Go have some fun, y'all.
Bye.
Go have some fun. Yay.
Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Bye.